which features some downtown restaurants on February 20th through the 26th. So that is restaurants that participate. You can either get $25 or $35 three-course menu, depending on what the restaurant is offering. And I'll just name a few. So Airy Amical's participating, the Boathouse, the new Artisan restaurant in Delabar, beautiful restaurant right there on the water, will be participating this year, as well as Pepinero and Trattoria Stella's in the Commons, and then Reflex Bistro, the Cook's House. So lots of options there. Check it out on traversity.com for more on Restaurant Week. And then rounding out February 24th, we have an evening with Branford Marsalis at the City Opera House. So that's pretty great. And tickets are on sale now, I believe, for that. And ongoing, we always have the wineries of Travers Wine Coast are always doing something fun. So we have Wine Down Wednesdays at Rove Estates. Then Valentine's weekend again has some great wine dinners at Bregman Brothers, Chateau Chantal. Black Star Farms also has a wine dinner for Valentine's, so that's kind of fun. And Shady Lane Cellars has you can ski, cross-country ski and have soup and sip some wine. And Chateau Chantal is offering some cooking classes on Saturdays. So lots to do.
You guys always have a lot to do. One of the things I love about Traverse City in the winter, and you mentioned the upcoming Restaurant Week, I feel like it's the best time of year to go up and maybe experience some of these incredible restaurants when they're not quite so busy like they are in the summer. You can get a reservation. You can get a table. I know you're listing the restaurants that were participating, like Cook's House and Trattoria Stella's, some of our absolute favorite restaurants in all of Michigan. And to be able to go up there and have a relaxing meal where it's not the rush of summer is so appealing to me, Jen.
Yeah, it is a really great time for that. I think winter in general up here is great because it is, like you said, a slower time. You can a lot of times talk to the chef and, really get sort of the insider scoop on things. Same at the wineries. A lot of times you can talk to the winemakers and really get personalized service here because it is a slower time.
Well, Jen, you said something that made me pause a second because me being a guy and never knowing what to give the missus, for Valentine's Day weekend or whatever, it's all the pressure's on us to plan these things, right, Amy? Pressure's on the guys.
Is it?
It is.
Can you talk to my husband?
Oh, okay. But, you have some incredible deals up there. If you do want to, your website, traversity.com, is amazing. If you want to plan a vacation and a getaway, that romantic getaway, because a lot of people do escape up there with friends and groups and, outings for girlfriends or whatever. But this might be a romantic getaway time. You can go to the website and kind of pick out what you want.
Yes, for sure. TraversityCity.com, and we have package. You can go to our packages page or customize it for yourself. There's a great link to our accommodations, and make your own package. But yes, TraversityCity.com is a great place to go.
It sure is. Now, Jen, okay, you listed a lot of events that are happening coming up in the month of February in Traverse City. But for you, what's one of your favorite winter activities that you can kind of do any time during the season up in the Traverse City area?
Yes. Well, I am a snowshoe freak. I love to snowshoe. And so we have so many wonderful trails, and you can rent snowshoes here. I, of course, have my own, and I enjoy snowshoeing in all different kinds of places. The Sleeping Bear Dunes is amazing for snowshoeing at any time. And some friends of mine and I were going to be going, there's a lot of snowshoeing between wineries now, which is kind of fun. So do a little snowshoeing, a little wine tasting is also very fun. So, yeah, I really enjoy getting out and trying snowshoeing. There's not a lot of skill involved, which I also appreciate. So if you can walk, you can pretty much snowshoe.
We appreciate that as well. And that's what really lit up my ears when you were talking about the wineries and the different events. I know a lot of them have those special things where you can snowshoe between the wineries. That, to me, sounds perfect, right?
My problem is I get to one and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to go to the next one. I think I'm good here.
I think I'm good.
I think I'm good for a while.
There you go. For sure. Yeah.
Well, if we want to find out more about Restaurant Week, where can we go and more about making that vacation plan?
Yes. Like I mentioned, traversity.com is the best place to find out everything you need to know about our events and packages and getaways. So we're excited for everyone to check it out.
All right.
Awesome. Jennifer Case from Traverse City Tourism, thank you so much for joining us on Behind the Mitten.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.
Well, John, I think I'm going to have to make my reservation at Trattoria Stella for Restaurant Week in Traverse City.
All right, I'll join you.
Right? The best octopus in all the land. All right, coming up next on Behind the Mitten, we're going to go down to Coldwater country. Ooh. So stay tuned.
We lay down in the grass in a nest of sleeping bags, breathing in the shallow canyon air. The water 45 degrees. We wade out to the knees and soak to the sleeves in a semi-aquatic prayer.
Hi, this is Dan Sipple. I'm the Executive Director of West Michigan Tourist Association and proud sponsors of Behind the Mitten with John and Amy. You can find every episode of Behind the Mitten at WMTA.org. And while you're there, why not order a copy of our Carefree Travel Guide, everything you'd love to do in West Michigan. Go to WMTA and order it today, and I'll see you traveling in West Michigan.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Buy your home, you became a house hunting ace. Learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Andrew Dowd at Dowd's Market on Mackinac Island. Gonzo and Amy, it's so great to have you guys back. I look forward to working together and all the great stuff that you bring to Mackinac Island. We appreciate everything and look forward to 2022.
Take my hand, my arm, and we'll shove off to the sun. Together we will run the River Jordan.
And welcome back to Behind the Mitten. John Gonzalez along with Amy Sherman. Behind the Mitten is Michigan's premier travel show, and we are so excited to be back on the air.
We want to say thank you to the West Michigan Tourism Association for helping us put our guests together today. We were going all over the state learning about great winter activities and events. We've already visited South Haven and Traverse City, and coming up next is one of our favorite areas of the state that often gets a little overlooked because a lot of people haven't been there before, and so we're excited to head back to Coldwater country. And we want to welcome Deborah Pareto back to the show. We've had you on the show many times, Deb, and we usually kind of come and see you guys in Coldwater country in the summer months because you have an incredible chain of lakes there that people just love and enjoy. But in the winter, you also have a lot of things that are going on, right, Deb?
Yes, we do. We just came off a big, last month was a really big, exciting time for us. We had Tibbetts Opera House had the Absolute Queen tribute band, and we had our Winterfest, and now that's all wrapped up, so we're moving forward. And we do have a lot of Great Lakes, over 100 Great Lakes, two chain of lakes that are wonderful to get out there and get outside and go cross-country skiing on it, or you can go ice fishing because we have all kinds of fish in our lakes down here.
Coldwater, and it's a beautiful historic town. We love being downtown Coldwater. Tibbetts Opera House, of course, you can't beat that. But you have these incredible little communities in the area that have also their own unique history and make up the Coldwater country.
Absolutely. We have Bronson, which does a wonderful Polish festival in the summertime. And, again, they have lakes over there, too. They have some Amish shops that are real fun to go to. They have an Amish bulk food store now, which is really popular over there in the Bronson area. And Quincy's on just east of us, and they have wonderful things going on all the time. They have hometown festivals. They have beer festivals. Just there's something going on all the time. And then, of course, just east of us, or west of us, is Colon, the magic capital of the world. And they now have four theaters over there that they do shows year-round. magic shows and local plays, and it's just something's going on all the time in the area.
Deborah, I know we've talked about it before, but can you give us a little history of how magic landed in Colon?
Thank you.
It was, yes. Abbott was a huge magician back in the day, and they were looking for a place to escape to when they were off season for the magic. And by doing that, they got a place on the lake, and they have an island that they built a house on, and they started building all these magic manufacturers over there. And now we have the Magic Grand Theater that just opened up. The couple that owns that, Dwayne and Mary, they used to have a place out in Branson, Missouri. Their caliber of shows is right up there with Penn and Teller. It's pretty amazing. And Strelini Magic over there is also a magic manufacturer, as well as the Abbotts. Abbotts has a get-together. I think it's the 70 or 80th one coming up this summer. They do it in August every year. They also have the Magic City Egg Fest, which is the big green egg cook-off competition in June. So, like I said, there's something for everyone when you're coming around. But one of the new things we have in downtown Coldwater that I'm excited about is... well, we've got a couple things. We've got a new microbrewery. It's called Two Bandits. They're out of Hicksville, Ohio. And it's just a wonderful place to hang out, and they make the beer right there, and they have great food. After you've been out on the lake all day ice fishing or playing in the snow, I'm telling you, we've got some good eateries here. We also have a new Bill's Tap House. And what's neat about that is that they go around Michigan and they ask the people on their Facebook page and through social media, where do you want to get a flight of tasting Michigan beers from? And then if you recommend, they will reach out to that microbrewery and bring in flights from all over Michigan.
So they kind of crowdsource the beers for their tap house.
Yes.
That's cool.
And they have live entertainment, and it's a lot of fun.
Gonzo, I sense a behind the mitten flight coming soon to the Coldwater area.
There you go.
That's a great idea. Deborah, this is the thing we love about Behind the Mitten is we get to discover places that people may not have heard of before. But, Coldwater Country really has been doing this for many years now, and it seems like you're always telling the same story. It's like, come visit us. And those that do always come back, don't they?
Absolutely. We have, the wonderful drive-in movie theater. We have Tibbetts that does year-round entertainment. The Opera House is the second oldest opera house in Michigan. And, in fact, like I said, we just got done with the Absolute Queen the end of January, and they do a classic film night once a month, too. And this month it's going to be Bogey and Bacall. So they have a really nice lineup, and you get to watch it on the big screen in the old theater, and it's just, the ambiance is amazing.
Something fun to do inside during these winter months when it can sometimes get a little chilly out there.
Once the sun starts going down, you might want to go over to the Allen Antique Malls or hang out. But I do like all four seasons of that we have here in Michigan. We just are very blessed with something different all the time.
That's for sure. Well, if you're just joining us, we're talking to Deborah Prater from the Coldwater Country Tourism Bureau. It's coldwatercountry.com if you want to plan your trip down there. Deb, I was just kind of giggling to myself because you were mentioning the magical family, the Abbotts, and how when they wanted to leave magic behind, they buy a island in Coldwater Country. I'm like, you're heading right to the magical place. Like, what the heck? It's one of the most magical, beautiful places in Michigan, right?
It is. It really is. And they do fun things over there in the summer and in the winter. But one of the things I really like is they do a poker run on one of the lakes that they have over there, which is right next to their downtown. So that's pretty spectacular, too. And
now,
explain
to me what a poker run is for those of us that don't know.
You go around, you have to make all these stops at these different locations, and they get the community involved, and a lot of times it's somebody's house, and they will give you treats when you stop and get your card punched, and then you draw a hand of 5 cards, and the best poker hand wins the pot. But they do it in pontoons instead of cars.
So I don't even have to actually run. I can be in a boat.
Right, you don't run.
No, you're not running, Amy.
Oh, this is right up my alley, Deb. Right up my alley.
Yeah, you just get your cooler full and your boat full of your friends, and you just go around the lake. It's really a great activity, and it's fundraiser. Most of the fundraisers that you do over there in Colon is for their American Legion, because they want to put a memorial park in over in Colon. So they're raising funds for the American Legion over there. So it's a great cause on top of it.
That sounds awesome. Well, Gonzo, you better work on getting me a sponsored